219 to win from 39 overs. 5.62 runs per over will do it. And if this man bats as he did in Chennai, that run rate will be well up there right from the start. Darren Goff asking the question. And well, that's not the answer they were looking for. Standing keeper Marcus Trescothick was down the leg side very, very sharply. Darren Goff is convinced he's hit it. The signal is wide.
I tell you what, I thought that it might have hit the pads because the umpire's not giving it out. Let's have a closer look at it. Can't really make out from here. Trescothick looked very sure. Darren Goff looked very sure. I think it's hit the pad. Not too sure, David.
Well, it's deflected off something, I'm sure. We'll let him off on the catch. But I know umpires are by rights very, very quick to wide anything down the leg side. If bowlers stray genuinely, that's fair enough. Oh, it's very close to bat. It's very close to pad.
Yes, David, it looks very, very close. And look at the appeal, everybody there. Nasir Hussain, Darren Goff, Trescothick. That's the wicket they want. They really realize that this is the wicket if they get early. They'll have India in trouble. He's the man who can really explode, Sachin Tendulkar. I'm sure England would have been very happy if that finger had been raised by umpire Mohite from Baroda.
Trust me, they'd have been absolutely delighted. And however they get him, they don't mind. Tendulkar is always seen as the key. The more times I see it, the more I start to think there might just have been a light touch on that from the bat. That's close. England frustrated twice in 2 overs, it seems. 2 good appeals. It's Sehwag, of course, who is the batsman.
Well, that was a good shout, that. Hit the pad. Now that is very, very close. I would say Virendra Sehwag very lucky still to be there. That's a superb delivery from Matthew Hogarth. He's really impressed, though it's hit the knee roll. But I tell you what, he was right in front of the stumps.
That's found the gap. It's well placed. Sehwag off the mark with a boundary.
What a superb timer of the ball Virendra Sehwag is. These two, once they get going, I tell you what, it'll be entertainment for 40,000 people sitting here in the crowd. Look at the gap he's found. This is what a good player is all about. He doesn't time the ball well, finds the gaps beautifully. Look at him opening the face of the bat.
That's outside edge, it's over the top. Having got away with that very close call at the start of the over, Sehwag already loosening up. Well, it is stand and deliver, isn't it? Sehwag happy just to put his weight onto the front foot and take it all from there.
Yes, but I see a distinct change in his stance. Because his head is falling ahead of his toes now. He started bending so much. That's why the man I've seen timing the ball brilliantly is not really getting in the meat of the blade.
That's a good shot. Tendulkar also looking to come forwards, looking to use the pace of the ball, and any little bit of width offered by these England bowlers is looking as though it's going to get punished.
What a lovely timing that. He's hit the sweetest part of the blade there, Sachin Tendulkar. He's more upright than Virendra Sehwag, more balanced. Lovely timing.
Slower delivery. Tendulkar looked as though he was almost waiting for it. No hesitation. Saw it from the hand. He was seen, I'm sure, the off-break action of Darren Goff. And you can tell by the way he played it. He was going with almost with the spin.
Tell you what about Sachin Tendulkar, the better the bowler, the better he bats. The better the rhythm and the action of the bowler. He reads the bowler better, Sachin Tendulkar.
Just once more, let's have a look at that first ball of the innings. Seen it as many times now as I think as we need, and with a magnifying glass, just a gentle kiss.
What a great shot that was. Beautifully timed. No chance for Nasir Hussain at short extra cover to stop that one. Now these two, I tell you, if they get going, the crowd here, they are going to love it.
Again, just that bit of width. Again on the up. It was straight through Hussain. He's at short extra cover. But it was hit with tremendous power. Worked through the onside this time. Now you really have to concentrate to remember who's batting here, because both men have the ability to manufacture strokes in a very similar style.
True. There are certain strokes when they play, they look alike.
That's four. Maybe not. Well, he made room for the shot. He tried to create that space on the offside. It looked as though he'd really hit it well to start with, but has he or hasn't he got it just in the nick of time? He's got to release the ball. It's close.
I think he's done well there. He saved a run for England.
Michael Vaughan's shoulders should be nicely warmed up by now. I don't think Michael Vaughan's going to get that one. He's not even in the same county. .39 without loss now.
Tell you, these two are batting to the crowd's delight. Any opportunity they've got of scoring runs, they've not missed.
More runs here. Sprint across the field isn't going to be enough from Paul Collingwood. Two men from Yorkshire, Darren Goff and Matthew Hoggart, striving at either end of this ground to keep things quiet. Both of them finding life very hard indeed. Now, the end of that last over, it's another searing shot from Sachin Tendulkar. Well, they can match each other shot for shot. Virendra Sehwag playing as if there is not a problem in the world.
I hope they're not competing with each other in the middle, Virendra Sehwag and Sachin Tendulkar. Because if they are doing that, and the form that they are in, the bowlers are in trouble. They've been in trouble so far.
Well, England, having seen what happens if you bowl slightly wide of off stump right at the start of this innings, have tried to bowl straight. Pitch and the new ball, the combination of the two is good enough that men of this class, Tendulkar and Sehwag, have been able then, when the line has been adjusted, just to pick the ball up, play through the line, flick it over the onside. That's 3 shots in a row now that have gone very, very quickly to the leg side boundary. As the ball gets older, then the opportunities are going to be fewer to do this.
So these two, they want to make full use of the new ball that is being bowled at them. They want to score as many runs as possible. They're going at 8.8 and over at the moment.
Well, they'll settle for one this time. England somehow will have to remember that they nearly pulled it off in Chennai after a similar sort of start from Tendulkar and Sehwag. They've got to try and remember that a wicket can change everything very quickly. They've also got to remember how the England batsmen this morning found it harder as the ball got older. Beautifully played. Pure timing, pure elegance, pure runs.
Tell you what, the bowlers must be enjoying it as well. He just screamed it through cover, Sachin Tendulkar. What a lovely stroke. What a lovely timer of the ball Sachin Tendulkar is, and I think these two, when they're together, Virendra Sehwag and Sachin Tendulkar, they keep talking to each other, keep playing their strokes, doing pretty well together.
And in common with everyone else, it's an appeal first ball, and in common with the previous two appeals, it's turned down.
He's getting better. Believe me, he's bowled well in this series. He bowled well in the tests. He's bowled very well in the one-dayers here. There's that series here. Look at that economy rate here, 3.69. That's excellent. Well, he deserved a few more wickets. Just a single to Darren Goff. It is 2 for 51. Calcutta of 10 overs. 1 for 34 at Cuttack. Another excellent performance. Then none for 27. Getting better and better. He's done a good job. Promoted up the order of the bat today at 18 from 19 balls. The bowling has been excellent. Well, that's just clubbed away. And Sehwag played that on the length.
This is an absolute decimation of the England bowling attack, an unrelenting onslaught by the Indian batsman, carrying the form from the last game, both Sehwag and Tendulkar, and he picks it up so beautifully.
One off the last ball, 6 from the over. It's 59 without loss. Well, Ben Holyoke lost his run, tried to bowl and went for 4.
Well, with the kind of form that Virendra Sehwag is in, this is a nicely wrapped gift for him.
Now, was there an edge? Sounded like a noise.
And the reactions of the bowler and a close-in fielder clearly suggested that. Oh, surely. Sort of an, what you wouldn't call a snick. Not one of the easy ones to take because there was a significant deflection.
Single. Yeah, those really, in fairness, doesn't matter how great a keeper you are. If it goes in, it's great. In this case, it almost went in. There's quite a big deflection there.
Nearly got caught in that web. The webbing that the wicketkeeper gloves have between the index finger and the thumb. Nearly got caught there.
Well, it's down there. All it needed was to be helped. That's exactly what Sachin Tendulkar's done. Helped himself to 4 more. Andrew Flintoff. Now, hasn't quite got hold of it. Sehwag's got hold of enough of it. Back it to the boundary, and the carnage continues.
Certainly does. Tendulkar going the aerial route this time, playing it with the angle. It's a good thing he looked to play on the leg side. But the angle by the bowler was created early. He just went with the flow. It's not easy to pick up those shots on a low pitch. You need to get to the pitch of the ball.
Well, I might think about two here. Making it quite comfortably. Field's changed. Tendulkar, there's a long on, and there's no one else on the leg side on the boundary. Long on and third man are the two men patrolling the boundary. The rest have to be inside the circle, and two of them catching. There's a man on the drive on the offside, and there's a man at leg slip. By.
Just for a moment I thought the umpire might just call it wide, because it was about a foot outside the leg stump, but went between the batsman and the stumps. But I've seen it being called wide by some umpires who stick to that rule irrespective of what happens. If the ball is a foot down the leg side, it's wide in my books. On that occasion not called. Mohite doing the right thing, calling it byes.
Misfield, and it's the best display from England. It's 77 without loss. And there's some more. 4 more. Sehwag moves on to 42 now from just 29 deliveries.
The destruction continues. Destruction of the England bowling attack. Free swing of his arms, didn't quite bother coming into the line of the ball, which helped with the free flow of the arm. Look at that follow through of the bat, going right back after the ball was met. He's really showing the full flair out here in Kanpur. 8 short of a 50.
No, that's 4 short of 50. Now that's a better shot for me, because he's given himself just a little bit of room, and he's hit this on the up. This is quality.
And I think the shot of Virendra Sehwag's innings. Just have a look at this. It's not completely over pitch, hit on the up slightly and hit along the ground, and the pitch is not the quickest. And on a slow pitch to hit a spanking drive straight down the pitch, the fielder had no chance at mid-off. This is excellent cricket.
Almost getting through. Slower ball. Receiving Sehwag. He's picked them pretty well so far in this innings. He has in the series. This one, I think, he didn't pick.
He got out on 51 in Chennai immediately after he got his 50. So I think that is exactly what Tendulkar was perhaps suggesting to Sehwag, to just keep his cool, not to get carried away.
It's the one. Ball's going this over, maintaining that run rate, increasing it. 9 so far off this over.
He's followed to the off spinner on a couple of occasions. Jeremy Snape, Virendra Sehwag. Snape was the man who picked him in the last match.
Nine from the over, 86 without loss. Well, that's the way to bring your 50 up. Smashed away over mid-wicket. This is 5th 50 one-day internationals, and I doubt if many have been quicker than this one.
And he got a standing ovation from his players in the dressing room, because they realize any score that is to be chased at Kanpur is never easy. But Virendra Sehwag has certainly made things simpler for the rest of the batsmen. 51 of 36 balls. Another gem of an innings from Virendra Sehwag. It's a good thing he's taking some time off, marking his legs in guard. Still got a few things to do.
Well, it's going to be 4 more. Drift into the legs, you pay the price.
There you are. Captain injured, but very pleased. He's got the pads on, so he'll come out to bat. This is the range I was talking about.
And it's just getting more and more painful. 12 from the over, it's 98 without loss. It's going for 4, whether it's off the bat or the pad, I'm not quite sure. Umpire says it's the bat. England will have to make a change here. I think the man they've got to bring in is Jeremy Snape. Take all the pace off the ball, Sanjay.
And he was the bowler who actually picked up Sehwag and Tendulkar in the last match. 4 more to India. Well, I reckon that came off the bat. Look at that run rate, 9. Well, ideally you would have expected Jeremy Snape to come after the 11 overs, which is now, but maybe he was asked for the preference of ends. Maybe that's the reason he's not brought on right away. Might just see him come to bowl from the pavilion end.
That's it. Beautifully played. Sehwag is racing away here, under 63, and some magnificent stroke play. This is great timing, as the ball's full, almost Yorker length. Still, it races to the boundary.
This is fantastic stroke play, just opening the face, the bat.
How clever's that?
Well, you've seen the drives. It's time to show some fine sweeps. Premeditated shot and actually scooped it behind.
You won there. Looking at from outside the off stump. Amazing record. Approaching 11,000 runs. The internationals. 3100s, 54 50s. Average almost 44. Well, it's short. And he just waited for it. Knew the mid-on was in. Clever play. Didn't try and drag it towards mid-wicket, where there is a fielder out, but hit it down the ground.
Ian, you used the right word for that shot. It was a clever shot. Again, the bounce was very low. And normally any batsman would have gone with the spin square on the onside, but he saw the mid-on fielder Andrew Flintoff was inside the circle, very consciously played straight down the pitch for another good boundary.
Hey, no bounce at all. Ball dying. I think from England's point of view, they need more than that. They need wickets. A lot of them, and quickly.
This pitch hasn't changed for the last 10 years. It's amazing how quickly the bounce dies in this pitch. If at all there's a pitch that needs to be relayed, it's the one here at Green Park. We saw what wonders the newly laid pitch at Bangalore did for cricket. The Green Park has stayed the same for the last 10-12 years. Always been low, slow. Once the ball gets soft, virtually shoots to the batsman.
Get it, what I thought me.
It's interesting saying that, because talking to a couple of groundsmen in England, they have a theory that some of these wickets nowadays, the amount of play they get on, they only have a certain life. Maybe 8, maybe 10 years before you have to relay them. You have to keep cycling the square. It's tossed up, full toss. It'll just be one. I tried to think how low this one would be in a 5-day game.
We played a test match here, and it's always been the same case. Team batting first generally wins the match, and the match finishes quite quickly. We don't see the full distance of the test match. Virendra Sehwag will keep strike. 15 overs gone by. 125 for no wicket.
Sehwag has moved on to 80 from 60 deliveries. Tendulkar, junior partner.
Well, still the shots being played when the chance is there.
Get 2 or 3 here.
Whatever the fields, there have been excellent examples here of placement and judgment. Remember, England early on tried to maintain a similarly electric pace.
Yes, all.
It's got it straight to him. Well, it's the end of a wonderful partnership. And it's the end of Virendra Sehwag. The blow has just sunk in. As far as the crowd are concerned, there was just that little moment of silence. Now the applause starts.
Well, tactically that's good work from England. The challenge was to hit over the top, mid-on and mid-off, inside the circle. Wonderful innings, Sehwag 82, caught by Hoggard, 134 for 1 India.
Sourav Ganguly in at number 3 then. Unable to open the innings, having left the field during the England innings. But there hasn't been a problem at all for India. It's been all Sehwag and Tendulkar. It's been a fabulous opening partnership of 134. And eventually Virendra Sehwag just not quite getting hold of one as he might.
Yeah, Carl, make it Carl.
So many times he'd hit it over mid-on, over the infield in general, and hit the middle of the bat and found the boundary for once. With what seemed like a fabulous century in the offing, he's failed. So Sehwag gone for 82 from just 62 deliveries. And the Indian captain will just try and keep things nudging along.
Yeah, run it, make him run, Fred!
He's off the mark and sprinting back for 2. From now on, India can just coast if they want to.
Get it, Nash, get that!
A single for Sachin Tendulkar. But it's 11,000 runs in one-day international cricket. A fantastic record. 284 matches he's played now. 54 times he's reached 50. 31 times he's reached 100.
That strike rate too, 86.5. He gets in, he scores quickly. 11,000 ahead of the rest.
It's going to be wided for that. Just too wide of leg stump.
Azharuddin, Desmond Haynes, Mark Waugh. Some terrific players there.
Catch it!
Placed away. Nice little high full toss, but placed beautifully. And already Sourav Ganguly showing signs he might carry on where the first wicket partnership left off.
Well, he can certainly play, Ganguly. He's been in wretched form. But with 17 one-day hundreds to his name, he can definitely play, no doubt about that.
Get it.
An England plan would be to try to make Ganguly run, and that has been broadcast by Marcus Trescothick, keeping wicket. Make him run, make him run. He'll also find the boundary. 18 centuries. He can play.
Get it.
Yeah, as career figures stack up, those are very good ones. 43 years average, nearly 44. Again, a good conversion of 50s and 100s. Good strike rate. And most of those runs will have been made opening the innings in one-day cricket.
Get it.
.145.
Get it, Nas.
Nice piece of work from Nasser Hussain.
This is what I say, they're looking to make Ganguly run. There are 6 fielders now inside the circle. The challenge is to hit over the top. Not giving any singles away on the square.
Catch it.
Well, that's 4. Fine shot. Ganguly might just have been trying to line him up for that.
He certainly was. More of the same in terms of boundaries. That's a 23rd for in this innings. Head still. Just gets the ball straight of mid-off. Just to mid-off's left.
It's another superb shot. Takes Tendulkar through to 53. Takes India past the 150 mark as well for just the loss of the 1 wicket in this 21st over.
Picked his spot there. Tendulkar just sat back. Where should I hit it? Straight mid-on.
So through to his 55th one-day international half-century, and intent, it seems, on carrying on. 54 not out now. Strike rate is good. You said that he was hardly noticed while Sehwag took centre stage, but he's played supremely well again. Just proves how good an innings it was from Virender Sehwag.
Two shots from Tendulkar, just balls just short of a length from Snape, that he sat back and thought, where should I hit it? He hit it straight to mid-on. Hussain moved the field straighter. His next ball, he just moved it square.
Catch it!
Ganguly angry he's missed out there. 155 for 1. That's straight down the ground as well. Ganguly deliberately putting that front leg well out of the way, allowing those arms to come through.
Quite at home, coming forward against medium pace with a big stride. Left leg gets out of the way. Correction, right leg gets out of the way. Just gives him room to free his arms. It's very straight.
Oh yeah, go!
Collingwood holding back with the delivery, not holding back with the reaction. Just see how far outside leg stump that front leg is. That's the one part of the technique which has allowed him really just to get the arms through the line of the ball, hit it on the up, and hit it with power.
Get it, Hog.
Well, that injury hasn't slowed him down at all. As I say, once again, full credit to Andrew Liepers. He repaired him in time for this match after he'd missed out at Chennai. He's repaired him again in the space of an hour and a half.
Well, just a mild criticism from me that he never ever runs that quickly in the field. Never. And he's got pads on and a helmet. But technically, as you say, down the ground to get his front leg out of the way, aiming straight down the ground.
Catch it.
Still the runs come.
Well, there's nothing in the air for Collingwood. The ball hasn't swung at all. There's definitely nothing in the pitch, and it's just medium pace. And if it's medium pace on a length, mid-on and mid-off inside the circle, Tendulkar, the classy Tendulkar, will just lift the ball over the top.
Well, Ganguly with the confidence to do this to Darren Goff as well.
Fast ballers now can ball a bouncer. Doubt whether they can get a bouncer up on this pitch. There he is, right leg out of the way again, driving down the ground, giving himself room. First instinct is to get outside leg stump and throw his front leg wide. Just gets his arms through, middle of the bat.
Well, it's one of his grounds, this. Sehwag Ganguly has taken wickets here before, he's made runs here before. He was having a good day with the ball when he went off injured, but once again, that's the clearest angle you can get of how he gets the front leg out of the way. It's a real free swing of the arms that results from it. There's no extra bounce, nothing to worry him here. Well, a little bit of self-defence probably from Sehwag Ganguly. Hussain, I have a feeling, might have politely asked whether the umpire agreed there might have been an obstruction of the field or a handle of the ball or whatever. Got the right answer. Ball Collingwood. Goes for four again. Supreme stuff from Sachin Tendulkar. Runs flowing at will from the bat of the little master. Nothing, it seems, that Nasser Hussain can do about it. Nothing that any of the England bowlers can do about it. So 4 runs from the first ball of the 24th over. Now this was what happened at the end of the previous over. Sehwag Ganguly could argue defending himself as the ball was thrown very hard by Nasser Hussain. He's got to get back into his ground. Now if you willfully deflect the ball, you can be in trouble. If you're defending yourself, you're not. I'll let Aaron Lowell and Ian Botham debate the point.
Indeed, David, it did appear that he was defending himself. And Hussain, I'm sure, was not really keen on that appeal. It was more a sort of an act in frustration, because there's not a lot of answers that he has at the moment against these Indian batsmen.
Game beautifully timed. Just the one though, man out there. As you were saying, Aaron, I have to agree, it's compelling stuff, isn't it? You sit and watch this man and Sehwag, who I thought played as well as I've seen him. Stroke selection was much better today, Sehwag, but he and Tendulkar just ripped England apart at the start, and really there was no way back for England after that.
Absolutely. In effect, they almost took the game away. That opening partnership, 82 of just 62, and Sachin is there. 64 of 53. That is a wide delivery. So by the time Sehwag departed, he had almost taken the game away from England.
Well, the two of them scored at 9 runs and over, which is pretty formidable for that length of time. 82 from just 62 balls. Sehwag and Tendulkar, who seems very quiet, but he scored 64 from just 53.
Yes, indeed, it looks as though things have quietened down, but not quite. 64 of 53 deliveries is good by any stretch of imagination. Now to win 44 of 89. And again, a fabulous hit straight down the ground. He's got such a beautiful swing of the bat, makes space for himself, withdraws, favors the offside a bit, likes to go over the top, around that mid-off area. Lovely shot.
Give himself room to get the arms free, and the bat does the rest. It's a better shot. No run though, straight to Flintoff at pace.
With only two men outside the 30-yard circle at third man and fine leg, just pierce the field and you get a boundary. A little bit of footwork. This was the previous delivery which he hit for 4.
Slow ball, cleverly bowled, and it turned.
Well, it did appear that he's got some semblance of form back because he was striking the ball well. Just overplayed his hand a bit. Again trying to make space for himself, wasn't there. Also moved away off the seam. So that was good delivery also. 26 for Ganguly, it's now 179 for 2.
Dinesh Mongia at the crease, the new batsman who's been in good form. One dares. The reason he's at the crease, Darren Goff bowled a slower ball. And watch it turn.
Yes, it did turn. It was the off break. Deceived Ganguly completely. Ganguly was again trying to go over the top. Easy runs as far as he's concerned.
Scoring at will. Sachin Tendulkar.
Mohammad Kaif, his debut. He's the young boy from UP. This is his home ground. He's to come in next. Now, under these circumstances, I wonder if it would be a wise idea to send him in just in case they need just about 10-15 runs. Not a lot to gain.
Apart from maybe he'll want to get out there, won't he? His own home crowd. There he is. Home crowd debut. You want to have some hand in it, even if it's just 2 or 3 not out. He won't mind. He can say he was there.
Yes, and he'd probably want to get a little bit of the feel of things.
At least 2 here, possibly 3. Matthew Hollard's got a long chase. Sachin Tendulkar made his mind up. He wanted 3 and got them.
Very quick between the wickets, Sachin. The flick onto the onside. Hoggard with a lot of distance to cover, but keep your eyes riveted on Sachin. He knows he's got to come back to the danger area. And he does it with ease. Very, very quick between the wickets. Great acceleration in those thighs.
It's just worked through the onside. Just waited for it. Everything was right there. Body position, knew exactly where he was hitting the ball and dispatched it. He moves on to 70.
That was perfection. Not an easy shot to play. It's played on the rise, a little roll of the wrist. Great control on that shot. It was almost like a forehand topspin but played beautifully. Great timing and placement.
And just to follow it up, I'll hit this one on the ground. Well, two fine strokes, both well executed. This is the first one. Just picked his spot and rolled the wristers, and another saying. And the second one here, Aaron, again, beautifully played.
Absolute treat. Magnificent shots, both of them. The second one, even better than the first. Head over the ball, great balance.
Reverse swing, good over though, 12 from it. It's 192 for 2. Matthew Hogarth to continue. Half an appeal, a lot of bat though, big inside edge onto the pads. Might have been pretty close otherwise.
Yes, it did appear to be on the stumps. Yes, that was a very obvious inside edge. Otherwise, it would have been a great shout.
Might just have pitched outside leg as well, but that would have been something the umpire would have to make a decision on. But you don't need to when almost comes off the middle of the bat. Beautifully timed. Just leant on it. Didn't try and hit it too hard. All timing.
Yes, that was pure timing, and that face says it all. He didn't try and hit it hard at all. It was just caressed through the covers. Pure timing and placement. But the trick was leaning on the delivery, head in the right position, behind the line of the ball. Hogarth, that expression really describes it to the T.
Well, I think he's just saying, well, bowled it. Just a fine shot. It's the equation then. 23 to win. More than enough time, 69 deliveries.
This match today just underlines the importance of an opening partnership, the way the Indians went about the total. If they had lost a couple of wickets early, then these very conditions become difficult to garner runs on. With the pressure of wickets falling, the ball keeping low suddenly restricts the scoring and the flow of boundaries, but not so today. It's really important to have a good beginning to the innings, and the boundaries continue to flow.
Again, seemed just a case of getting the bat on the ball. Just 19 to win.
Very intimidating stroke play by the Indians today. This is going to put a lot of pressure on Nasir Hussain. He would have a certain amount of hangover from this kind of batting. He has to win the next two to level the series. It's now 200 for 2.
Sachin Tendulkar immediately said 2 as he played the shot. He was quite right. An easy 2. Just look at the people. I mean, these guys, as you'll see as the picture pans out, you'll see they're across the road. There's not a seat to be had there.
You think somebody's making money on that one?
I'm sure.
Darren Goff, maybe the odd slower one. Not too much difference.
Get it.
$16 more required. Tucked away for a single off the last ball. It's 204 for 2. Jeremy Snape coming back into the attack. Make that 11 rather to win. Effortless.
Yes, he's just come in and fit into this run feast as though it's just tailor-made for him. Then, I beg your pardon, Dinesh Mongia. Snape is very, very slow, with not a lot of margin for error on this wicket. Slightly short, would be punished quite easily, as we just saw.
It's down the leg side, and it's just been helped further down there for a single.
I think most of us are pretty aware of the strategy that the Indians would follow. They would come out attacking the new ball while it's hard, while the restrictions are on. But none of us was quite prepared for what we saw today. Amazing display of batting, uninhibited and extremely successful. Very effective indeed. Demoralized the opposition and took the match away in the first 10-12 overs itself.
Pretty good to watch as well. Sachin Tendulkar's decided it's time for a cup of tea. 4 down the ground, just 6 more required. And this, we have to say, has been annihilation.
Yes, this really is an annihilation of the bowling. Will he close it with a 6? And he does!
That'll do, well called. There we go. All the way. Now, according to me, that's the end of the game. The umpires and everyone are still out there, but I believe that you have won this game. There it is. And Lal called it. And that's exactly the way the game has ended. Dropped, but about 20 yards over the rope. The game is all over. Sachin Tendulkar finishes it in style.
What a way to finish, what a way to start. Tendulkar not out 87, quite brilliant. So too was Virender Sehwag, who made 82 in just 62 balls. Ganguly came out, played a brief innings, but a good one of 26. And India finished 219 for 2 inside the 30th over. They won with over 9 overs to spare. England's bowlers, they don't want to look at that too often.